Hello, hello, hello there. Yes, this is a hardcore world. Yes, I did only create this because I saw the hardcore option when I was making a new world that I was going to play on. And yes, I am going to be playing on this, and yes, I'm now going to switch back my camera and run away from that cave. Ooh, melons. These will be useful later on. But anyway, let's talk about the plan. So the plan is simple. I'm going to be creating a jungle cliffs village port, or port village. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Anyway, in order to do this, as you probably expected by the name, we're going to need to find a jungle cliffs thing. Basically just where the jungle is immediately cut off by the ocean. Now, of course, for this, luckily, we did spawn in, well, technically I did spawn in, to a jungle biome. Now, why is this important? Well, it's because I specifically chose the jungle seed option. So when you're creating worlds on Bedrock Edition, there is an option where you can choose to say spawn in a jungle or spawn somewhere else. And I chose that option because, hey, you probably make it easier to start since I'm spawning in a jungle. Anyway, let's head down to the river bank, gather up a few more melons, because these will be a good early game food source if I'm unable to get anything else. And that is not a jungle, so okay. You know what, let's just follow the river until it leads out to the ocean, and stick by the ocean until we find a jungle cliffs. It should be good enough to be able to find one. And then make sure to get a bed, because I am not going to be going through the night on hardcore mode. No thank you. So, yay, running through the jungle, because it is fun. That's the edge of the jungle, that is not fun. I'm gonna head back this way, cause this is more jungle. La 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 la. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like this route would be safer because there is a lot more jungle here, and so probably more likely to find a jungle biome. But I am gonna be extraordinarily mad if I spend the next hours looking for a jungle biome, or a jungle cliffs biome, and I just cannot find one. Okay, so be some rocky bits. That's can be good. Ooh, lush cave. Is that a lush cave? I feel like this will work. That was very lucky. That was. Ooh, sheep. Sheep. 2 sheep. We got a bed. We have a bed, folks. Yay! Haven't even gathered any wood yet. Huh. Alright, let's get these sheep. And sheep. Now let's get out of here because I don't like dark spaces, because I have already attempted to create a hardcore world. So that one died due to a baby zombie that was flaming. So that wasn't fun. So now I'm going to be a lot more safer. Wait a minute, is there going to be a deep dark underneath this? 'Cause that's... Why is there snow on top of those junk? What? Okay, I need a better look at this. Let's head down this way. Should probably get some wood first, but doesn't matter. Okay, let's head down this way. There's a lush cave, so that could be a fun place to start a base. But probably also be smart to just check out this rough area if this is where we're going to be settling. So, yeah. Just gonna quickly run around a bit. And okay, yep, I was right. My hunch was correct. There is a better spot. That's gonna be right there. Let's head over to that little island bit right there. Hope that we don't get hit by a drowned, and yeah. else this is gonna be really good, because I do need moss for my builds. Oh, yep, there we go. That is a jungle cliff, folks. So you see where the jungle just immediately drops off into a cliff? Yes, this will do perfectly. That's even better because this is already sort of a harbor shape. We can already build the harbor that we want here. Anyway, let's just gather up some resources. Then we're gonna go mining real quickly. And yeah, it'll be fun. Anyway, let's chop down this tree. Let's see how long it is. See how long it takes me. Let's see. Yep, that's it. Okay. And up to... Now we collect the rest of this tree, and then we set up a little bit of base camp, and then we can go mining for some basic tools. And then we can start our hardcore world. Because we want to have a fun hardcore world. And yeah. Anyway, at the end you will see a rough pencil sketch of what I would like to do with this area. But let's see here, where should I set up base camp? Ooh, that's nice. I think I'll set it up inside this lush cave. Let's see here. Yeah, this'll work. This'll work for a spot to set up a base camp. And we just build out from the lush cave. And then the question is, does this lush cave immediately drop off into a bigger cave? So that'll be even better. So let's see here, does it? It somewhat does, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it does drop off, okay. So, where should I build the base? Well, not really the base, more just the starting spot. Yeah, I don't think that this would be as good of a spot because there isn't that much usable area. This is a little fun cave, though. That's fun. Probably be better to settle on that side and then just expand over into this area, but I don't want to have like a base over there that I then just completely abandoned. And that is a drowned trident. I am not going there. This will be the base camp, folks. Right here. Because if you look right there, that little spot right there, that is a drowned trident. I don't know how it got there, but I don't want to find out. So, how should we do this? Okay, let's set up right there. So let's quickly craft up crafting table, and then dig out some dirt. Sure, this area won't miss it, because I do plan to terraform over it in the future. Because you didn't really expect me to be using this as just the base. No. The reason I want a jungle is so that way the grass looks greener. And the reason I want cliffs is so that way I can do a top-down build. That's why I chose jungle cliffs for my build. No other reason. And yeah, so we got dirt. Now let's head over to here. Probably be nice if we also built that. No, you are building. You're gonna build a little bit. Alright. Oh, there's a zombie nautilus on it. Oh no. Oh, this is gonna be a pain. Okay. Crafting table. Bed. Oh no. Okay. Respawn point set, although that doesn't matter because we're in hardcore mode. Get some sticks. Get some tools. Sleep. Come on. Sleep tonight. Yay! First night done. Okay. That's gonna be a problem that I'm not gonna deal with right now. So let's start digging out our area. You know what? Let's just cut to this spot being roughly dug out with the basic wooden platform in the place of this dirt one. to get started. So I'm going to be standing on top of this crafting table, and I'm going to cut to that. Yeah, so the drowned got me, so I decided to press the record button again, and yeah. Yay. I'm still alive. I'm gonna quickly get some glowberries and heal up before I finish building some more stuff. But don't worry, I did manage to take care of the drowned. Yay. Okay, so the audio failed to upload and now you're stuck with 4x speed time-lapse. I first decided to go and get some glowberries to quickly heal up. I very soon realized that using a boat was not the smart choice. And so I now have this video, I don't know, video, audio. I honestly don't know. And yes, I did turn down my render distance because it was breaking my game to have my render distance at 18 chunks. Yay, for me. And then I broke everything and rebuilt it back towards the back of the base with all of the wood and all the everything, and yay, so there. Anyway, next thing I did was I cleared out the dirt platform I had set up earlier. I said it earlier, and built out a new wooden platform. The reason that I did this was because, as I explained before, I want to build more of a port city dock place, I don't know, thing. And that's what I was doing now, because it would make support. I really wish I hadn't built in that direction, because then I wouldn't have to have started over with the silly Groundhog Day idea that I now have. You will see that in a future video, so hey, stay tuned for watching. Now I started to build more of a stairs bit to build up, before inevitably realizing that this is not the best way to do this, because then this would just take too long, and it's smarter to just build stairs and then build up from there, which is what I did, and we'll now fast forward to. So yeah, as you can see there, I've put up a bunch of stairs, and ta-da! There's also the platform bits like this to make it so that way every 10 blocks over, it shifts back and forth, so that way it isn't just a straight ramp up and it curves a bit, allowing for more of a nice, cooler vibe. I'm planning on doing this on the other side, or at least I was planning to, of course. Spoiler warning, the end is not so pretty. And yes, I did just build up this last little bit here for fun. So quickly just gonna build that, and by build, I don't know, I'm speaking in the benefit of hindsight. So much work, all lost. Oh no. So sad. I'm honestly really sad about it, because this was hours of work that was just lost. But yeah. Now you're going to start to see me being very confused about where I was going and what I was doing, as I slowly but surely just contemplate my own mortality and run around back and forth doing a bunch of things. Till eventually I decided that I should go mining. But in order to do this, I first need to go wood chopping. I know, that makes sense. I also saw some cool bits, and when the audio was recording, I talked about, oh, pandas! Pandas, 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 panda, 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 panda. The pandas deserve the bamboo. They're the good pandas. Probably gonna start a panda sanctuary of some sort later on. But anyway, as I chop down this tree, you may listen to me attempt to make a weird noise. Is that weird noise? I don't know. You tell me down in the comments. But oh, look, cute panda. Anyway, now they've broken down this tree, got the watermelon, and got some more wood, watermelon. I then started to get confused about where I was going. Ate quickly to restore my health. And ta-da! This is what the base looked like so far. It was fun. It kind of looked like a gnome's hat. Tell me if you saw it as a gnome's hat as well. Now I put all the stuff that I just gathered back into my chest before getting some pickaxes, getting my basic tools and resources, and then deciding to build my mine right in my house, and then realizing that that wouldn't work, so I blocked it off.
And now this is where I start to realize it's the beginning of the end, because soon it gets very, very sad, because all of this work disappears. Anyway, quickly just gotta build out a bit to make sure that this works, and so that way the bridge will be pretty much fully connected. I then realized that I accidentally double placed slab. That's what they're called, slabs. Yes, they're called slabs. And now I begin to dig out the entrance to the mines, because it's Minecraft. Yeah, Minecraft, mines, yay. But as I continue to dig down into the ground to get out of the rain, boom, 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 boom. You guys, have you ever heard of that nursery rhyme, the ants go marching one by one, one by one? That one, I'm honestly very confused about what the lyrics are after the ants go marching 3 by 3. Yeah. So, if you know, tell me in the comments down below. If you watched this part of the video, thank you very much for watching. Now you're gonna watch the reason why I hate water, because I've lost many worlds in rage quitting due to water and lava. It is not a fun thing. I honestly don't like it. Because you drown too quickly, and it's really hard to tell when you're drowning. And then you can either turn on the sound, but then you get the weird water noises and lava noises, and that isn't very fun. But hey, guess what? There are axolotls around. While I was doing this, I was contemplating, should I just get a bunch of axolotls and make it like a goal where each video I slowly but surely make my way to try and get to a blue axolotl. And now we reach the final little bit, and as you can see, it drowns. This is the reason why. Yeah, oops. Yeah, so I really don't like the water because it always pushes you in one direction or another. Now I just gotta quickly build, quickly gotta get some air, quickly gotta celebrate our actions, quickly just gotta build. So I've lost my worlds before, as I described, and I'm thus taking a lot of precautions to ensure that I don't lose this world, which you will see that that doesn't work. So yeah, anyway, as the water continues to go down, I'm sorry that you just have to see this constant me building the tunnel. So, and there's another drowned, yay! And then just gotta build some more of this tunnel. Now is when my heart sinks, because I know it's coming, and I really want to avoid it. And hey, look, there we go, I got all the copper things for crafting recipe. Now we just gotta dig a little tunnel here, because I ran out of cobblestone. I want to get rid of all the vines, so that way it didn't sort of get in my way and become really messy, really bad, I don't know, thing. And I'm just gonna make it a 4x4 so that way it stays in alignment with everything else that's happening. Yay! Yippee! Me slowly taking a break to get some water. That was what happened while I was standing still there for a little bit, because everything needs to hydrate. If you're watching this and you haven't drunk water yet, then go have some water. This is me contemplating, should I continue or should I take a break? I decided to continue. I should have taken a break. And yeah. What do you mean? I'm all happy, I'm all celebrating, and yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Goodbye! Oh boy.